Welcome to Sunshine Art and Drawing. Today I'm going to be doing some Crayola. Now the two sets that I have are the Crayola Super Tips washable markers and the Twistable coloured pencils. First of all, let's open these Twistable coloured pencils. It's going to take me a second to get the packet off. That's very sticky. And here you get a set of 12 of these twistable plastic tubes, and inside is a coloured pencil like lead or sort of core. Let me show you one of them up close. So this one is orange, and as you can see there's the tip. I haven't used them yet, so that's why it's blunt, but you just spin the bottom and the tip will extend and go back in, so you can, looks like you can bring it all the way back in so that when you travel you don't break the tip of the lead, which is quite handy. And they go all the way from the bottom to the top, so you get quite a bit of sort of core in there to use. And I'm just showing you the two colours of the red and the orange. They look pretty true to colour. Let me just do some swatches of them here. So there's a set of 12, and in them you get a black, a light brown, brown, violet, blue, sky blue, lime green, green, yellow, orange, red, orange, and red. They're quite pretty colours. The fact that you get sort of 2 reds and 2 blues and 2 greens is quite nice. In here is a set of markers. In Australia we kind of call these texters, and I think it's because there used to be a texter brand, there probably still is, which is what we used to use in school. So a lot of kids, the same way in America you guys call tissues Kleenex, we call markers texters. It's just a brand name. So these markers are just sort of like a pointed bullet tip marker. They're quite like soft and spongy, so you can get a fine line and a bit of a thicker line, which is quite nice, but they're not really a brush marker by any sort of stretch of the imagination. And here are the colours. There's red, orange, yellow, grass green and green, blue, violet, carnation, brown and black. And the carnation is a bit of a pink colour. Crayola is an American brand. They make crayons and other writing utensils such as markers, chalk and coloured pencils. Originally they were made by two men, Binney and Smith, which they formed a company, and now that company is part of the card company Hallmark. Now it's a US brand which is based in Forks Township, Northampton County in Pennsylvania. Binney and Smith made industrial products before they started making crayons, but in 1903 they started making chalk and crayons for children. And the name for the word Crayola was coined by Alice, the wife of the founder Edward Binney. It comes from the word cray, which is French for chalk, and ola, which is sort of a word that means oily. The first box of crayons had 8 colours. I remember Crayola crayons from when I was a kid. Every classroom had them, and we used to use them all the time. I love these crayons so much, as well as like not only the crayons themselves, but the smell of the crayons is really like a memory for me. And I found that even there was a Yale University study that found the scent of Crayola crayons is one of the most recognizable scents for adults, which I can totally believe. That and probably Play-Doh are two of my kid smells that I can remember. Now these two products are not really crayons, and that's why I wanted to try them, because Crayola make many products. So these being like coloured pencils and markers, I thought it'd be a bit fun to test out some other products. So come back at the end and I'll give you my review of these pencils and markers. starting on the other two kitty cats, I thought I would give a bit of a review on these Crayola products. So the positives, first of all, with the washable markers, they're bright and bold colours. You don't get any bleed through onto the other pages. The cap is really secure so they don't dry out, and they're a real good selection of colours. The Twistable pencil positives are that they're nice soft colours and they blend together really easily. You don't have to sharpen them, and they're like light and easy to carry and good for travelling. The negatives are that the markers have like a wide tip, so it's hard to draw in detail, and they can get a bit muddy if you try to layer the colours, and it also will start to rip through the paper, so they're definitely not good for layering or anything like that. The pencils themselves, they feel kind of on the light or cheaper side, and they sort of rattle a bit, which can be a little bit annoying if you've got them in a pencil case. The core of the colour, it wiggles inside the tip of the holder, which can be a little bit annoying if you're trying to draw in detail and it just wiggles off where it wants to go. And it can snap with any sort of medium pressure. So if you're trying to like draw a heavy black line or something, you might find that it snaps. The other part that I found which was weird with both of them is that there's no colour written on the outside of the tube. So like if you wanted to know what colour it was, or if you were trying to find a specific colour, you might need to like have a look at the packet or something like that and compare it, because it's sometimes hard to tell, especially with like the red, orange and the red. They look really similar on the outside, and it's not until you draw with them that you realise they're two different colours. So always swatch your colours first. All in all, I really enjoyed these Crayola products. I really hope you liked my review. Thanks so much for watching. Have a sunshiny day.